Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Paid Search Podcast YouTube channel. This is the PPC Questions and Answers show where we answer your pay-per-click questions. You can send us your questions at paidsearchpodcast.com on the contact page. And my name is Jason Rothman. As always, I'm joined by my co-host, Chris Schaefer. Chris, how's it going?
Doesn't matter. Let's get to it.
All right, taking my jokes now. Hey, at least you're not like some of people I thought were my friends and colleagues, and they don't just take my jokes, they took my clients. So, you tell someone about how the inner workings of AdWords work, and then they take your clients. Good times, everybody. So today we have a question from Hank, and Hank did not tell us where he's from, but I bet it's a good place. So Hank writes in. Hank is very worried. Hank is reading all these articles about automation, and one of the things he says is a lot of people understand it is a threat, but I'm not sure what the best thing to combat this is. Where should we be putting our efforts? What do you guys think? So Hank wants to know how he should be thinking about automation with AdWords, where he should be putting his efforts to prepare for that. And Chris, do you have any initial thoughts on the so-called threat of automation to Google AdWords management and what you should be doing?
I'll tell you, lately I've actually been doing some testing. I have been embracing a bit more of some of the automated bidding features, and I'll tell you, it's hit or miss, honestly. I have some campaigns that I've seen like quadruple, triple the cost per acquisition when I turn on automated. I'll do a 50-50 split experiment, and I'll see horrible conversion rates. After like a week, it's just doing pitiful. And Google's barely able to spend money because they can't do better than what my manual campaign is doing. And then I have others that I see the cost per click just drop, just bottom out, and the conversions stay steady. They don't necessarily increase, but they bottom out. So that my cost per acquisition goes way down, which is awesome. So it's hit or miss. And I don't think that this is something that anyone can make a call on in a general sense. Sometimes it really depends on the industry, the website, the buying habits of an individual. Jason, as well as I, when it comes to buying certain things, there is a linear pattern for some purchases, and then there is a very scattered, never linear, always complex process that's almost impossible for us to track exactly where that person came from, and that conversion came from AdWords. And, maybe you only got 2 conversions, but that the campaign's driving a lot of leads for them. You just can't track it. It's just not trackable because of the way that they purchase, they back and forth to the site and stuff like that. So in the end, I think it is a valuable system for some. I think it's always worth testing. That is my golden rule there is everything's worth testing, and it may be good for you and it may be bad, but you never know until you test it. But I'll let you speak on that if you have more. But I think both of us agree.
Are you scared of it, Chris? Like, do you think you're going to be out of a job in 5 years?
Oh, in that type of sense. Well, no, I don't think so, because I was in the AdWords game I've been in the AdWords game for a long time. I mean, decades, as you like to so kindly remind everyone. But automated bidding was not even a thing back when I started, and our friend Walt, who probably isn't listening, and we'll talk about how dang old Walt is. I mean, Walt is so old. I mean,
if you're like a dinosaur, like he's the speck of the Big Bang dust. Like he's way before you.
Right. Yeah. I mean, he's like Adam. He's like
he's done Google AdWords under 4 presidents. I'm just saying, like he has.
Yeah. I know, and it's we should all mourn his loss in the next couple of years, because he can't carry on much longer at this pace. But it's I think that considering where we're at now and how much more automation is a part of our daily process, it's no more a threat for an average manager than it was back then when it didn't exist. It's just part of our tool belt. It's just something that people can use. And Jason, we talked about it earlier. I think when it comes down to it, there's no replacing the value of of my clients being able to email or call and talk to someone and get answers. And you said it very well at the beginning of the show, before we started the recording. They still need to know how to turn on the machine. They still need to know how to start up the process. You know, right. Where's the go button? How do you turn it on? You have to get it at least started, and it may or may not work, but you know, there's not always an automated process to get your information in properly. You know, there's always going to be human error and inputs that require the right touch to get it done.
And you know, Hank, I'm not worried about it at all. Like, I think it's all a positive. And you sent us an article about automation, and the author of that article has a tool called Optimizer, and I use his tool to help me automate my management. So I would look at automation as an opportunity for you as an AdWords manager to do things more efficiently and better. Automation can mean a computer looking at way more data and analyzing it way faster than you can and helping you make decisions. So I would look at it as an opportunity to provide faster, more efficient AdWords management so you can handle more clients and make more money, and better management, provide better results. So it's an opportunity for you as the AdWords manager. And then as far as still being relevant to the client, I mean, your job, people don't hire you just so you can change the bid on a keyword. They don't really care about that. What they care about is having, like Chris said, someone to talk to about the opportunities that Google has for their business, someone to help them understand, okay, we did this month. What can I do next month? How can the display network help my business? We're adding a new franchise on the south side of town. How can we set up a search campaign to get traffic there, but not take away from our north side of town campaign? So it's, you kind of are their Google whisperer. You're the person, their Google translator, and you're still going to have that role even if things are a lot more automated in 5 years than they are now. So look at it as an opportunity and to better serve your clients, get them better results, and then also look at your job as helping them make money from Google AdWords. And it doesn't matter whether it's like 50% automated or 90%, you can still offer that translator whisper service. So Hank, I hope we put you at ease there and you can get back to work managing some great AdWords campaigns.